the philosopher of uncertainty. John N. Gray's intellectual journey has been one of disruption, dismantling deeply ingrained beliefs about humanity, progress, and morality. His works, such as Straw Dogs and The Silence of Animals, are not guides to a better life but challenges to reimagine how we perceive ourselves and the world. Rather than offering comfort, Gray provides clarity, urging readers to confront uncomfortable truths about human limitations and the illusions that shape modern existence. This exploration delves into 10 profound lessons from Gray's philosophy, each a lens through which to reconsider the assumptions that govern our lives. 1. The myth of progress, recognizing history's cyclical nature. John Gray argues that the modern belief in progress, the idea that humanity is on a continual upward trajectory, is a myth inherited from Enlightenment thinking. While technological advancements have transformed societies, they have not eradicated war, inequality, or suffering. Instead, new technologies often create new challenges, reshaping old problems rather than solving them outright. Gray sees history as cyclical, where human behaviors and societal structures repeat over time. Civilizations rise and fall, and despite advancements, humanity remains subject to the same flaws, such as greed, tribalism, and short-sightedness. This cyclical view challenges the optimism that pervades modern ideologies and forces us to reconsider whether our current trajectory truly represents progress or merely a reshuffling of ancient patterns in new forms. This lesson demands humility. It asks us to resist the hubris that often accompanies innovation and instead approach the future with caution, skepticism, and a deeper understanding of historical patterns. By recognizing the myth of progress, we can strive for solutions that address root causes rather than assuming that change itself is inherently good. 2. The danger of utopian thinking, accepting the limits of human nature. Gray critiques utopian ideologies, which promise a perfect society while ignoring the complexities and contradictions of human nature. From Marxism to neoliberalism, such systems often lead to authoritarianism and suffering as they attempt to impose rigid ideals on an unpredictable world. Utopian thinking overlooks the innate diversity of human motivations, rational and irrational, altruistic and selfish. Gray's skepticism of utopias is rooted in the belief that human nature is not infinitely malleable. Attempts to engineer perfection often result in the suppression of individual freedoms or the marginalization of those who do not conform to the ideal. The pursuit of utopia can become destructive, as the means to achieve it are often justified by the perceived nobility of the end. Rather than striving for an unattainable ideal, Gray advocates for a pragmatic approach to societal change. By focusing on incremental improvements and embracing the imperfections of human systems, we can create more resilient and humane societies without falling into the traps of ideological rigidity. 3. Embracing human animality, reconnecting with nature. One of Gray's most provocative ideas is the rejection of human exceptionalism, the belief that humans are fundamentally different from other animals. While humans possess unique cognitive abilities, Gray emphasizes that we share instincts, vulnerabilities, and dependencies with other living beings. This perspective challenges the anthropocentric worldview that places humanity above nature and justifies the exploitation of the environment and other species. Gray argues that the illusion of superiority has led to environmental degradation and ethical alienation. By seeing ourselves as part of the natural world, rather than its masters, we can foster a deeper respect for life and a more sustainable relationship with the planet. This shift requires humility, recognizing that humanity's survival depends on cooperation with, rather than domination of, the ecological systems that sustain us. Reconnecting with our animality can also bring a sense of peace and belonging. In a world dominated by technology and abstraction, acknowledging our primal nature reminds us of the simplicity and beauty inherent in life. 4. Accepting the unpredictable, thriving amid chaos. For Gray, the human desire for control is a futile pursuit, as life is inherently unpredictable. The modern obsession with certainty, manifested in economic forecasts, political ideologies, and personal planning, often leads to disappointment, as reality rarely conforms to expectations. Gray critiques this quest for control, arguing that it limits adaptability and creativity. Attempts to impose order on chaos can create rigid systems vulnerable to collapse when confronted with unforeseen events. Instead, Gray advocates for embracing uncertainty as a natural aspect of existence. By accepting unpredictability, individuals and societies can develop resilience and flexibility, finding innovative ways to respond to challenges. This lesson is particularly relevant in a rapidly changing world. It encourages a mindset that values exploration over certainty, allowing for growth and adaptation even in the face of uncertainty. 5. Recognizing the limits of reason, beyond Enlightenment rationality. Gray challenges the Enlightenment's elevation of reason as humanity's defining and supreme faculty. While reason is a valuable tool, it is not sufficient to encompass the entirety of human experience. Emotions, intuitions, and cultural traditions also play critical roles in shaping how people understand and navigate the world. The over-reliance on reason often leads to a reductionist view of life, dismissing aspects that cannot be quantified or logically explained. This can result in a cold, mechanical approach to decision-making that overlooks the richness and complexity of human existence. Gray calls for a more balanced perspective that respects the interplay between reason and other ways of knowing. In practice, this means acknowledging the limitations of data-driven approaches and valuing the subjective, the emotional, and the intuitive. It is a reminder that not everything of value can be measured, and that some of life's most profound truths lie beyond the reach of logic. 6. Finding meaning without ideology, the freedom of pluralism. Gray rejects the idea that meaning can be found in universal truths or ideologies. Instead, he advocates for a pluralistic approach to meaning, one that embraces the diversity of human experiences and perspectives. This philosophy resists the dogmatism of any single belief system, emphasizing instead the value of personal exploration and creativity. Gray's pluralism invites individuals to draw from a wide range of traditions, philosophies, and practices to create their own sense of purpose. By freeing oneself from the constraints of ideology, one can approach life with greater openness and authenticity. This perspective encourages a more fluid and adaptable approach to meaning, one that evolves with experience and context. 7. Accepting mortality, living fully in the present. Gray's reflections on mortality challenge both religious promises of an afterlife and secular dreams of immortality through technology. He argues that such beliefs distract from the reality of death and the importance of living fully in the present. Confronting mortality directly can lead to a deeper appreciation for life's transient beauty. It encourages individuals to prioritize what truly matters, fostering gratitude and presence. Gray's philosophy on mortality is not nihilistic but liberating, offering a path to embrace life's finitude with courage and clarity. 8. Valuing small-scale communities, building resilient relationships. Gray critiques the impersonal structures of modern, globalized societies, advocating instead for the value of small-scale, self-sustaining communities. These communities, he argues, are more resilient and capable of fostering meaningful connections than large, bureaucratic systems. Local communities allow for deeper trust, cooperation, and adaptability. They provide a space for individuals to engage directly with one another, creating networks of support that are often lacking in larger systems. Gray's emphasis on small-scale living highlights the importance of investing in relationships and fostering environments that prioritize human well-being over abstract ideals. 9. Learning from other traditions, the wisdom of diversity. Gray's philosophy draws from a wide range of philosophical, religious, and cultural traditions, emphasizing their practical wisdom over dogmatic adherence. He sees value in the insights of Buddhism, Taoism, and other non-Western philosophies, which often align with his views on detachment and impermanence. This openness to diverse traditions encourages a broader perspective on life and its challenges. It invites individuals to learn from different ways of thinking, enriching their understanding of the world and their place within it. 10. Cultivating inner peace through detachment, letting go of illusions. Inspired by Eastern philosophies, Gray advocates for detachment as a means to inner peace. This detachment is not about renouncing life but about letting go of the need to control or cling to specific outcomes. By embracing impermanence and accepting life as it unfolds, individuals can find contentment in the present moment. Gray's emphasis on detachment is a call to simplicity and sufficiency. It challenges the consumerist drive for more, encouraging a shift toward appreciating what is already within reach. Conclusion: living with clarity amid illusions. John N. Gray's philosophy offers a sobering yet liberating perspective on life. By dismantling comforting myths and challenging deeply held assumptions, he invites us to live with greater awareness, humility, and authenticity. His lessons are not about despair but about embracing life's complexities and finding freedom in the acceptance of uncertainty and imperfection.